Hey everyone. It is Tuesday after President's Day. Um, I took my glasses off because it's so cold outside that they were just like fogging up. So, whatever. This is what I look like without makeup, sort of. I mean, like I said, it's a bad angle, whatever. Um, Today I'm going to make this video almost solely about my business endeavors because, like I've mentioned before, someone put me in a false conservatorship. They illegally adopted me and did all kinds of other control tactics in order to control my money and my assets. Everything I've ever done creatively, I've done by myself. I paint, so I've made art by myself. I bake. I've created all my recipes by myself. I make gluten-free food and desserts that taste exactly like or as close as they can taste like regular baked goods and foods because a while ago I've had an autoimmune issue probably since like when I was in high school. I think it's like my junior year. I got mono and tonsillitis. I don't have AIDS. I don't have God, what's the precursor? I had Epstein-Barr and I had mono and tonsillitis, and it was so severe I had to be hospitalized for months. I was almost an adult. Like I said, I think I was 16, 17 when that happened. And my pediatrician was actually so concerned that he came to the hospital and made rounds, which I'm going to get all emo. He was one of the nicest guys ever. So rest in peace, Dr. Spino. But getting really tired of the rumors about my health. I have non-radiographic axial spondylitis, which is a condition that affects your joints, mostly in your spine, and it does not show up on imaging typically, which is why they call it non-radiographic. So anyways, when that stuff happened, it seemed like I would get reactions when I ate things with gluten in them. And I got really, really tired. Like now, especially in a big city, especially in a city like Los Angeles or New York, you can find copycat gluten-free stuff that is almost identical. But before that, I had to start from the ground up. I had to mix different types of flours like almond flour, tapioca flour, whatever was flourless, like wheat free. I had to combine different ratios and get the balance right in order to not have to add extra chemicals and binding ingredients for leavening. So I worked really, really hard on that. I'm still doing that. Again, like I said, it is technically a business since there is money exchanged. I keep records of all monies exchanged, but it's essentially a donation-based business. Someone has hijacked my recipes and used them for their own and profited off of that, and it's really messed up. My primary goal, it's almost like 50-50. Forever ago, I had my own spa where I basically helped people with skin issues because a lot of people that have skin issues, I felt like they weren't getting the proper advice, the proper treatment. And I left when COVID essentially shut down. The doctor I was working under, they called us non-essential. I also got tired of people coming into my office sick. I couldn't tell if they had a flu, cold, respiratory virus, or COVID, and I just got tired of dealing with my associates' sick patients. So I closed my doors. But I did that for like a decade. And after that, I went strictly into food and music. I decided, you know what, it's COVID, we're in lockdown, I'm gonna start playing my bass again. I had just had some minor surgery for an ovarian cyst removal that they thought the ovarian cyst might have been torsed, so they rushed me into emergency surgery and essentially they kind of butchered me. But they did remove my, they basically removed the cyst and left my ovaries. And then 2 years later, I had a partial hysterectomy. So this is getting really personal, but it's like I do still have the ability to have children. I cannot carry a child. So, anyways, this all goes into stuff that has been done to me to purposefully ruin my life. It's all connected. But trying to give you like the timeline here of how some of my business ventures started. So after COVID, I had made music like decades prior to that in a couple different bands where I was essentially like a hired gun or like just a voluntary participant. I like next to never made any money. If we made money, it was put directly into a van, into a tank of gas to like travel and play more shows and basically eat. And if we made like a decent amount, like we're talking maybe we made 50 to $100 like over our overhead. We had some drinkers in the band, myself included back then, and we would just go to a bar and basically blow it and then keep rolling. But I had given up that lifestyle. I mean, we're talking like in my early mid 20s. I got married and went back into medical research. So I did medical research and was doing skincare like on the side just to help people. Basically, I was working out of my house, and then I was working out of a doctor's office. So fast forward, we're in lockdown. I start making music again, and I thought it would be ironic and just a terrible but great idea to resurface some of these old songs that, they were just not very good, but I thought it would be interesting to see. Let's see what we can do if we put a different spin on it and see if it goes anywhere. And kind of tried to be like singing flat on purpose and just trying to see like how I could play with the production and where it would go just for fun. I also did a podcast with my best friend that I mean, we have a lot of issues to work out, if anything, but I thought it would be funny. We were so broke. I thought it would be funny to film everything on a cell phone and keep the production purposefully shitty. So it was like the mic quality was bad, but some of the stuff we did was really funny. And I could tell at the time that there were celebrities that were basically stealing our IP and our creative content, and then like releasing actual shows or releasing content that was ours essentially, just because they have more visibility and more resources and more pull, more connections. I mean, isn't that what this all comes down to? So I was doing that. I released this demo. It's not a demo, it was an EP. There were like 5 songs maybe and a secret track. I can't remember if there were 4 tracks and the 5th one was the secret track, or if there were 5, without looking, but it's online. My band is Flammable Animal. And my band is my band. I hired a producer to help me produce and record. I gave them 50% production credit because I'm a fair person. I gave him and the drummer some writing credit because I always thought that even though I wrote all of the material myself, which I want to be really fucking clear about that, I wrote everything. I do think it's important to give people royalties and credit based on their contributions. So I gave them some writing credit, and it was essentially up to the producer, who was Dan Yost at the time, to pay our drummer, Alex, and he was supposed to pay out of his portion. Anyways, I don't even know what happened to half of this stuff, because basically somebody got a false conservatorship on me and they tried to dictate where my money went, which I'm still waiting for my fucking money. Where is my motherfucking money? You will all go broke and get sick until you pay me, and I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care what happens. Like I said, I'm psychic as well. I already know that some people are going to die. They're not going to survive this. And it's because they sent out literal death magic. They hired someone who is a dark practitioner to try to murder me so that they wouldn't have to pay me. This is fact. The authorities are going to confirm all of this, but this is all fact. I cannot make this shit up. It's so ridiculous and far-fetched. It's like a really shitty Lifetime movie, and it's my life. But anyways, I have my own record label, It's called Fuidim Records. It's FUIDIM Records, which is an acronym for fuck you, I'll do it myself. Because everything I've ever done, I've wanted to establish and maintain creative control because I know how disgusting people can be when money is involved. I wanted to make sure that I was able to hire who I want to hire and pay who I want to pay appropriately. And I didn't want some dickhead record label binding me into a contract that I have to produce this, that, and the other. And I have to, where they essentially control your masters and they control you. I'm not a motherfucking sock puppet. So how about no? I'm just getting really tired of the fact that this illegal conservatorship has yet to be dissolved. I've yet to see my money. Someone illegally adopted me in 2013. I mean, it was funny. They had the nerve to ask me, but when I declined, they were like, well, you're going to be taxed at a higher rate, as opposed to your biological brother because, and it's like, it was a fucking lie, first of all. I'm like, that shit doesn't exist. But second of all, I declined because I was supposed to be in charge of my dad's estate, which my other brother had to go and ruin that by telling everyone I was crazy and that I was this, that, and the other, so they essentially just tried to ruin my entire life. And somebody's controlling my business. Somebody's controlling my visibility on social media. My Facebook has been shut down since November of 2022. I was able to get in there and access things for literally like 2 weeks, and then they shut it down again. Someone just doesn't like that I'm telling the truth, and I really don't fucking care. I'm tired of it. I want emancipation from all of this, and I want my money, and I want anything that's generated from my creative content and my IP to come directly to me. Where is my money? Where is my money? On top of that, I had deaths in the family there was someone that was not a family member who left me money. Someone basically left everything to me, and within and without family, relations. Whether or not we were related or not, I was left a lot. And they took it upon themselves to withhold that from me. They withheld court documents. They withheld information. They literally told people I died and then took ownership of everything that's mine. So I want this information out there. I'm making this video public. I would love it if people would share because I'm just, like, where are my glasses? It'd be nice to put my glasses back on. I'm just tired of the bullshit, and I'm really just tired of people trying to control my life in order to control where the money goes when it's mine. It's all mine. If I choose to work with other people, I pay them appropriately, and I will. Whenever I eventually open up my own gluten-free cafe, I will choose what hours to be operational. I will choose what business model. I will choose exactly how the place looks and operates, and I will choose who works there. And if I can't find staff that can comply without being shady, I'll do everything myself because that's exactly how I roll. And I want people to know how illegal and fucked up this is and that I've still yet to see justice. It's like, shit, I can't even get my fucking medical marijuana card to come in the goddamn mail appropriately. Some fuckface had to steal that too. I ordered a card in December. Then I was waiting for the second one thinking that I had like done all the steps, and apparently when you order a replacement, as I mentioned before, you have to pay for the replacement. Fine, I did that over a week ago and I'm waiting. So that shit better show up in my mailbox or you're going to jail too. I just don't care anymore. I don't care who you are, what your relationship is to me. If you've done something illegal to control my assets, you're going to jail. And if you did something to harm me, like I said, people have been literally poisoning me on an almost daily basis, if not daily, since last March, but definitely since last May, it's been continuous. There were attempts made last March when I was still working at Maitri Medicinals, which is a dispensary in East Liberty, Pittsburgh. There's one in Greensburg, there's one in Uniontown, and there's one in Pittsburgh. Whether or not the companies involved at the top level is speculative, but definitely their employees were involved. And I want justice. I want my shit. I want my money. And I want my goddamn medical card. Stop fucking around. Stop stalling. Somebody in the courthouse, if not multiple somebodies, has been stalling my case on purpose. People are sleeping with judges, sleeping with cops in order to set me up and stall my shit. It's so illegal. I can't wait till all these people go to jail. I just can't fucking wait. And when they do, some representative better come here and tell me, because I'm extremely tired of people withholding information from me. It's not okay. It's not okay. So, you know, like I said, they want to mock me and make jokes when I keep saying God is pissed. Okay, well, this is literally global. Look at all the earthquakes, the floods, the fucking blizzards. Like, you want to talk about some Armageddon shit and you act like that's not a real thing? Look at all the weird tragedies that are happening and look at the locations. I just find it an interesting coincidence that when I say God is pissed and people don't want to listen, you know, you can really see a direct correlation between all of the locations involved with scamming me, controlling me, and harming me, and all of the natural disasters. There's a direct correlation. And again, like I said, it just is what it is. I'm psychic. I'm not making anything like this happen. I'm not doing anything. I can see into the future. Sorry if that's a fucking problem for you, but I really don't care. Where's my shit? So I'm really hoping this wraps up. People will be going to jail, and I really don't care. You had more than enough opportunities to come and clear the air with me. I will be pressing maximum charges. So, you know, is what it is. Anyways, I like I said, I make gluten-free stuff. So today I made some like mock stuffed shells. We'll see. I like to meal prep pasta because sometimes gluten-free pasta doesn't like to soften up. So if you meal prep it, freeze it, you know, when you're ready to eat, it's good for snow days. You can microwave it and it's usually fine. Sometimes it comes out too soft. It depends on what kind of pasta you're making. So anyways, everyone have a good day. You know, figure out where the fuck my shit is and get it to me. So I'm starting to get really, really impatient. And I want this message spread. So share the link, tell your friends. Okay, thanks. Bye. Everyone have a good day.